President Trump is making moves in several areas that affect the nation's universities. The Muslim travel ban, new leadership at the Department of Education. I spoke to Michael Crow just a few days after the violence in Charlottesville. Here's what he had to say about the nation's leadership in the wake of that tragedy.
Young millennials just coming to college and those that we have in college are expecting leaders to act like leaders. And that is, the leaders of our country are supposed to be providing to them as the next generation a place that's positively ambitious, has positive energy for the future, is looking forward to the fruits of a successfully maturing society. And so the presence of hate groups at an American university campus and in a community who are there as perpetrators of basically despots, dictators, hateful individuals, racists, bigots, everything that you can possibly imagine. What they need to hear is that those are the behaviors of individuals who are fringe elements of our society, who are no longer behaving in ways acceptable to the rest of society. Yes, they're free to say whatever they want, but their expressions are not expressions of who we are, who we want to be.
You have said in the past ASU has a plan if it ends and Dreamers can't get in-state tuition. What's the plan?
So one, we think that children that are brought here by whoever are not responsible for their parents' actions. These are children. So the people that are attending Arizona State University under the DACA status right now are people who at the in-state tuition level, or whatever the tuition level that we end up with is, are students who came to Arizona, graduated from Arizona high schools, and are admittable to these institutions. And so we look at them as innocent individuals, and we are doing everything that we can to help them to be successful, to help their lives to be able to move forward. We can't control federal immigration policy. We can't control this. We can't control that. Ultimately, we'll know what the tuition that we can charge or not charge will be. That's working its way through the court right now. There's a lot of things that are going on, and when we know that, then we will raise money for scholarships like we do for every kid that comes to ASU. We'll try to be helpful to every student that we have that's coming here. We're not treating them any different. We're just not always sure what the price should be based on policy.
International students. You have 13,000 students from 135 countries. How many of those students aren't coming back this semester because of the ban on travel from several countries?
So we'll have about the same number of international students this year as we had last year. We did see some reductions in applications, but we saw fantastic applications. We have thousands of applications coming, tens of thousands coming from all over the world. And so we saw some reduction in applications from some countries. You know, I don't know where all of that is going to end up. I mean, the United States has always been a place, and I think this has been good, where you seek the talent from all the best and the brightest from around the world. You bring them here, you educate them. Many of them stay, they start companies, they move things forward. Steve Jobs, his father, was an immigrant. The people that founded Google, one of them was an immigrant also. I mean, it's on and on and on and on and on. And so these are unbelievably powerful outcomes. And so we're just trying to make sure that we keep all of that going. There is negative energy that's being, negative thinking that's being projected, and so we've gone out to students around the world and said, no, we're here, we're open, we're ready for business, and then you can get a great education here at ASU.
Are you aware of any students or professors or others who haven't been allowed back into the country for this new semester, or?
Not aware of any at the moment.
So not yet. Do you expect some are being held back?
Well, we'll know. It hasn't happened yet, so we'll see.
Education Secretary Betsy DeVos wants to seems to be loosening the government's oversight of sexual assault on campus. One of her aides suggested this was a drinking problem more than a sexual assault problem. How would that change ASU's enforcement, your oversight, just all the programs you have, if at all?
So sexual assault issues are a big issue on campus, and what we have to do is continue to mature our institution as our society matures. And so we went through several years ago a reassessment of where we were because of a number of issues associated with sexual assaults, and we decided to launch, and we have successfully launched and implemented, a huge training program for our students and staff, which is related to sexual interactions between and among students. There's only one word which is the effective means of communication. It's the word yes. All other words don't count. The only word is affirmation. I want to have a relationship with you, period. There are no other words. And so we've been communicating. We've been training students on how to deal with issues associated with problems in behavior that are the result of alcohol or other issues in the way that certain people are thinking. And so we've seen, we think, huge improvements in our awareness of our students and our interaction among and between our students. I am certain that Secretary DeVos does not want to see anything other than safe outcomes for college students. I think most of the things that she has focused on have been related to the way in which the alleged perpetrators of some of these offenses have been dealt with, and I'm not sure where all of that's going, but everyone is accountable for their actions, and the only words that make any difference at this institution is yes.